From the mists of ancient Greece emerges a haunting melody. This is the song of Orpheus, the legendary musician who dared to defy death itself. His journey into the underworld to reclaim his beloved Eurydice is a timeless allegory. Orpheus, son of Apollo, and the muse Calliope possessed a gift beyond measure. His music held a divine power, capable of charming not only mortals, but also the very gods themselves. He fell deeply in love with Eurydice, a nymph of ethereal beauty and grace. Their bond was noted to be one of deep connection, like the melodies that flowed from Orpheus's lyre. As Eurydice fled from the unwanted advances of Aristaeus, she suffered a fatal snake bite, her life tragically cut short. Driven by his grief and unwavering love, Orpheus resolved to defy the natural order and ventured into the underworld to plead for Eurydice's return. Guided by whispers and ancient lore, Orpheus found the entrance to the underworld. He raised his lyre and began to play his music, weaving through the cries of the damned. Even Charon, the ferryman, found himself moved by the sheer sorrow and beauty of Orpheus's music. Drawn by the power of Orpheus's music, Hades and Persephone granted him passage and an audience. Standing before the rulers of the underworld, Orpheus played, pouring his grief and love for Eurydice into every note. Hades, moved by the raw emotion in Orpheus's music, agreed to allow Eurydice to return to the world of the living. However, there was a condition. Orpheus was forbidden from looking back at Eurydice as she followed him out of the underworld. With a heart filled with both hope and trepidation, Orpheus began his ascent. As they neared the exit, the temptation to steal just one glance back at his beloved Eurydice proved too strong. In a moment of weakness, he turned, and for a fleeting instant, their eyes met. Eurydice, bathed in the ethereal glow of the underworld, was drawn back, lost to him forever. The myth of Orpheus, tragic and poignant, resonated deeply within the soul of ancient Greece. It wasn't merely a tale of love and loss, but a potent seed from which a unique spiritual movement blossomed, Orphism. Orphism offered an alternative perspective on life, death, and the afterlife, providing a path to spiritual liberation. This concept resonated with those seeking a more personal and mystical connection with the divine. Orphism, with its emphasis on personal experience and the soul's journey, provided a compelling alternative, attracting followers from all walks of life. Central to Orphic doctrine was the belief in the duality of human nature. Humans possessed a divine spark, a fragment of the primordial unity imprisoned within a physical body. Life presented a series of trials and challenges, opportunities for the soul to learn, evolve, and purify itself. The ultimate goal was to break free from this cycle of death and rebirth, to achieve spiritual liberation and reunite with the divine source. Orphics believed in the power of individual effort, of living a life guided by ethical principles and spiritual practices. Orphic rituals, shrouded in secrecy, aimed to guide initiates towards spiritual enlightenment. Music, particularly the lyre, played a central role in Orphic rituals, elevating the soul and facilitating spiritual experiences. Dietary restrictions formed another important aspect of Orphic practice, reflecting their belief in the sanctity of all life. Ritual purifications aimed to cleanse the soul and prepare it for spiritual experiences. These purifications symbolized the shedding of impurities in the pursuit of spiritual purity. Orphism exerted a profound influence on Greek thought and spirituality. Its concepts permeated art, literature, and philosophy, shaping the way Greeks viewed the world and their relation to it. Plato's concept of the forms echoes the Orphic belief in a primordial unity, a source of all existence. Orphic themes also found expression in Greek tragedy, exploring the duality of human nature. Orphism's influence can be traced through various mystical and esoteric traditions, demonstrating the enduring power of its ideas. The echoes of his lyre continued to resonate through corridors of Western thought long after the decline of classical Greece. Orphic themes found fertile ground in various mystical and philosophical movements, subtly shaping the evolution of Western esoteric traditions. Gnosticism heavily borrowed Orphic elements, incorporating them into its complex cosmology. Neoplatonism drew heavily from Orphic thought, mirroring the Orphic notion of a primordial unity. Orphic influence continued to weave through history, ultimately influencing medieval alchemists and Renaissance thinkers. During the Renaissance, a renewed fascination with classical antiquity, which led to Orpheus capturing the imaginations of Renaissance thinkers. Marsilio Ficino saw in Orpheus a symbol of the philosopher mage believing in the power of music to influence the human soul. Renaissance mages saw parallels between Orphic mysteries and their own esoteric pursuits. The visual arts during the Renaissance reflected this renewed interest in Orphism, with painters depicting scenes from Orpheus's myth. Orpheus became a symbol of artistic inspiration, with his music symbolizing the power of art to transcend the earthly realm. The Romantic movement found fertile ground in the myth and mystery of Orpheus. Poets like William Blake and John Keats drew inspiration from Orpheus's myth, exploring themes of love, loss, and the transformative power of art. Composers like Gluck and Offenbach offered renewed interpretations of the myth through music. Romanticism's fascination with mythology and the occult further fueled interest in Orphism. Orpheus's journey into the underworld became an allegory, laying out the initiate's path of facing trials to attain spiritual enlightenment. The echoes of Orpheus's lyre can still be heard in modern esotericism. The soul's journey, duality of human nature, and the power of music and ritual resonate with contemporary spiritual seekers. Theosophy incorporated elements of Orphism into its blend of Eastern and Western esoteric traditions. Helena Blavatsky saw Orpheus as a bearer of hidden wisdom. Carl Jung interpreted Orpheus's descent as a journey into the unconscious to confront one's shadow self. The resurgence of paganism and Wicca has led to a renewed appreciation for Orphic themes. Orphism continues to influence Western esoteric traditions, speaking to our fascination with mystery and transcendence. Orpheus's lyre, while often associated with music and poetry, finds its resonance in a less obvious art form, architecture. The symbolism woven into the very structures of ancient temples and sacred spaces whispers of Orphic influence, revealing a deeper layer of meaning embedded within their stones. Consider the layout of ancient Greek theaters, designed for both performance and ritual. Their circular shape, echoing the Orphic belief in the cyclical nature of life and death, provide a location where audiences could experience catharsis, a purging of emotions akin to the spiritual purification sought by Orphic initiates. The placement of temples dedicated to Dionysus, the god often linked to Orphic mysteries, also reveals a connection to Orphic beliefs. Often situated outside city walls or in secluded groves, these temples provided spaces for ecstatic rituals and celebrations, reflecting the Orphic emphasis on connecting with the divine through ecstatic experience. Even the use of specific architectural elements, such as the labyrinthine passages found in some ancient structures, hints at Orphic influence. The labyrinth, a symbol of the soul's journey through the underworld and back, represents the challenges and triumphs of the spiritual path, echoing Orpheus's own harrowing descent and return. The symbolism doesn't end with ancient Greece. Medieval cathedrals, with their soaring arches and stained glass windows depicting biblical scenes, also contain echoes of Orphic themes. The concept of light as a metaphor for divine knowledge central to Orphic thought, finds expression in the way light streams through stained glass, creating an ethereal atmosphere conducive to contemplation and spiritual awe. The influence of Orpheus extends far beyond the realm of art and architecture. His story, imbued with symbolism and archetypal imagery, has subtly shaped Western thought, leaving its mark on fields as diverse as literature, philosophy, and even psychology. Consider the prevalence of the descent into the underworld motif in literature. From Dante's Inferno to Virgil's Aeneid, writers have utilized this archetypal journey to explore themes of loss, redemption, and the human condition. This recurring motif, while often attributed to broader literary traditions, owes a debt to the enduring power of Orpheus's myth. Philosophical movements like Stoicism and Epicureanism, while distinct in their doctrines, also reveal subtle traces of Orphic influence. The Stoic emphasis on accepting one's fate and finding inner peace resonates with the Orphic acceptance of life's cyclical nature. Similarly, the Epicurean pursuit of pleasure through moderation and the avoidance of pain echoes the Orphic desire to transcend the cycle of suffering inherent in reincarnation. Even modern psychology, with its emphasis on the unconscious mind and the process of individuation, finds unexpected parallels with Orphism. Carl Jung's concept of the shadow self, the hidden aspects of the psyche that must be confronted and integrated for wholeness, resonates with Orpheus's descent into the underworld to confront his own grief and loss. The influence of Orpheus, while often subtle and difficult to pinpoint precisely, has woven itself into the very tapestry of Western culture. His story, a potent blend of myth, music, and symbolism, continues to resonate with our deepest fears and aspirations, reminding us of the enduring power of love, the inevitability of loss, and the human potential for creativity, resilience, and spiritual transformation. The tale of Orpheus transcends myth and legend. His journey of love, loss, and yearning resonates in the modern world. Orpheus's legacy reminds us of the enduring power of human emotions. His descent into the underworld reflects the universal struggle with grief. His music speaks a language understood across cultures and epochs. The myth reminds us that even in despair, hope persists. Orpheus's journey illustrates the transformative power of love. His courage to face the unknown speaks to us all. The allure of Orpheus's tale lies in its emotional depth and symbolism. His lyre symbolizes the power of music to soothe and elevate the spirit. Orpheus's music bridges worlds, both real and imagined. Though millennia have passed since the first telling of his tale, Orpheus's presence continues to be felt in the modern world. His lyre's echo resonating through various aspects of contemporary life. From art and literature to philosophy and psychology, his obvious influence persists, a testament to the enduring power of myth. In literature and film, Orpheus's story inspires reinterpretations exploring themes of love, loss, and the human condition. The myth's enduring themes resonate with contemporary audiences, reminding us of the timeless nature of human emotions. The Orphic themes of the soul's journey and the transformative power of art find particular resonance today. Orpheus's story offers a beacon of hope, reminding us of the importance of embracing our emotions and finding solace in art. The descent into the underworld symbolizes the challenges we face and the inner strength required to emerge transformed. Orpheus, forever entwined with his lyre, reminds us that the human spirit possesses an indomitable will to endure and create.